$2,500 for an electric standing desk? If you're shopping new, high prices are just one of the 9 common standing desk problems. Let's jump into the list and see if they're even worth it. Electric standing desks can be super expensive, with brands like Ergonomist, Herman Miller, and even New Heights retailing their desks for over $4,000. Now, these brands do feature high-end components and are likely worth the cost, but you need to decide, is it something that you're willing to invest in? Is $4,000 too much? Oh my gosh, what is that sound? All right, is it really that bad? Probably not. They are electric, they do have motors. Depending on the circumstances and your space, you may need to consider the sound, but for most people, they're probably not that loud. Let's face it, electronic failures happen. It's just the nature of what it is. But let's picture this scenario. You've got your desk, you've gone up to it, it's at the standing height from yesterday when you were working at it, but man, you're tired, you gotta sit down. You go to push the button, nothing. Now what? What are you gonna do? Your desk is stuck at standing height. One of the major improvements for many of the electric standing desk manufacturers is safety, and it really stems from the anti-collision or collision avoidance systems that are in place now on the standing desk. What they really want to do is prevent injury when things like your fingers or other objects get pinched in between the desk surface as it's moving up or down. But what has ended up happening is that sometimes these are overly sensitive, and when that occurs, there will be false positives, meaning as you're moving the desk up, it will trip and it will actually stop the desk from moving, which can be an annoyance. We've done a ton of testing here on load capacity and how it impacts the speed of standing desks. And through the testing, we've actually found that some desks can vary significantly as large loads are applied to the surface. And you can see here in the video where we're actually comparing a New Heights XT to an IKEA Idazen product, you can see there's a significant difference when loaded up how much slower the IKEA Idazen moves. Limited adjustment range is a major problem for electric standing desks, and you can see here with this user, with a desk that's too tall at the seated position, she needs to incorporate a footrest to bring the feet up so that it's ergonomically correct. But also a user that's too tall with a standing desk that doesn't quite go up high enough will have issues that will develop in their neck, shoulders, and even in their wrists. Standing desk resets can be a major annoyance, and the reason they occur could either be a power outage, maybe you turn off the power to the desk, or it can be an error that occurs, something like an overload, and it requires you to take your desk to the absolute lowest position to recalibrate itself. Stability issues suck. This is just a fact. Having a standing desk that's gonna wobble or rock, especially when you're leaning into your desk, you're a hard typer, maybe you're a gamer, is something that's gonna be a major annoyance and really deter you from focusing in on what you're intending to do at your desk. Whether you're someone who's mechanically inclined or not, there is some assembly required with every standing desk that you find online. So if you're gonna spend 5 minutes or 60 minutes, you really need to think about this before you pick that standing desk. Still think a standing desk is worth it? You should check out our latest video, 7 things to consider when buying your next standing desk.